a front porch and a balcony. This model is beautiful. Let's have a look. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Orlando Home Show, where strategy matters, passion rules. And guys, today I'm showing you a fantastic floor plan. It's a 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathroom, 2-car garage, 2748 square foot on a 2-story with a master bedroom downstairs along with the den. And wait till you look at the ceiling height over here. This is fantastic. Now this is on a 40 by 120 lot with a 2-car rear garage. So there is a service lane. What I love about this house is that you have a really nice front porch. Now, by the way, the pavers are included in the base price. I love the modern railings right over here. Now this is a totally customizable house. So let's go inside and check the rest of this beautiful house out. Hello and welcome to another beautiful builder floor plan. Now if this is your first time on my channel, please press that thumbs up button, show me some love, because I bring you model homes all throughout Central Florida, Tampa Bay, and now Ocala. And today I'm showcasing this beautiful 4 bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, 2-car garage with 2748 square foot. It has a really nice front porch that I showed you, and also a really nice balcony. Now you don't find a balcony homes, or you don't find a lot of floor plans that has a balcony home. And also I have done the 2 decorated models with this builder, and they are absolutely stunning. If you haven't watched it, and if they haven't been released, they will be releasing very soon. The home that I'm showing you, the floor plan that I'm showing you, has a base price of $806,900. This house that I'm showing you is an inventory home, and it is available for sale today at all-in price of $939,000. This house has a lot of upgrades, and I'm going to point out, I'm going to do as much as I possibly could to let you know what you get for the base price. But if you want to know specifics of, hey, what do I actually get, there is a sheet that I can send you over, so please put that in the comment below. It's a beautiful house, and the best thing is it's a block home on first floor and a frame on the second with the Hardie cement board at the outside on the second floor. It's a really nice, beautiful house, and it's in one of the top communities, 10 minutes to Orlando International Airport, in one of the best school areas. So if you got little ones like I do with these little guys, it's kind of nice that you are buying it in a community that has some really good schools. Now, as I turn around, this is the front door, 8-foot door included in the price, or included in the base price. You have 10-foot ceiling height, all your doors are 8 foot, and you get the MVP flooring, especially in this specific floor plan. This flooring is just a little, it's one level up, and the reason for that is if you have a 4-legged friend, it is kind of nice that you have a little bit that's more durable. You have half a bathroom right over here, so it's pretty comfortable. Now it is 2748 square foot. That is the total square foot on a 40 by 120 lot, and your lot price is anywhere from $14,000 to about $25,000. Now guys, I know with the way the market is right now, if you've been looking and you're sitting on the fence because of the interest rate, because of everything, guys, look into inventory home. I know builders, and some builders are buying the rate down in 4s, like 4.5% to 5% for 30 years. With this builder, they are giving you half of the lot price and another $10,000 to $15,000 towards closing cost and prepaid. You can use that amount to rate buy down or your closing costs. Now this is an inventory home, so in this specific home, there's still room that we can negotiate. Now your appliances do not come, so you don't get a refrigerator, washer, or dryer. However, that is something that we are in a market that we can always negotiate. So as I go over here, this is where you have your laundry room. So it doesn't come with the washer dryer, but that is not to say that we cannot negotiate it, because the way the market is. You also have a little closet space right over here, and all your 8-foot doors are included, and you have another closet space right there. So this house has a lot of closet space, which is kind of nice. It's a 2748 square foot. Now these barn doors, as you see over here, is something that you do have to pay extra. If you decide not to have that, you're just going to have an entry. Now you can also get a double door, but you would have to pay more for it. So just keep that in mind. This is your office area on specific, what the builder is doing is, because their job is to build, so they're building some homes with the specs that they know that people like. So you have these blinds that are included in this specific floor plan for this specific model or for this specific house that I'm showing you. This is something you do have to pay extra. Now, the good thing is that it has the master bedroom down over here. I'm going to show you right there, and look at the size of this master bedroom. One thing that was pointed out to me, that you get this beautiful crown molded included in the price. You also have this 5 3x4 baseboard, which is the standard for this builder. So this is something you get. And the other big thing is that you get those extra 4 lights. This is something that I've been talking about in quite a few of my videos. As beautiful and sunny it is today, trust me, it can get dark and gloomy at any minute, and it's going to pour and like no other day. So it's nice to have those extra lights. If you are going to be building this house from scratch, please make sure to watch my do's and don'ts of building a brand new home. That's where I talk about things that you should do, things that you shouldn't do. It's going to help you, guide you through the process. So anything that you're going to do structurally is something you want the builder to do it for you. Anything cosmetic, like if you don't like the carpet, this is something easy. You can change that into MVP flooring. You can make tiles. You could do a lot of things, so that is something to keep in mind. With this builder, if you build from scratch, you can pretty much get anything and everything that you want. They're highly customizable for the inside, so they can do the only thing that they cannot change. You have to choose your elevation. Once that elevation is set, there are certain standards with that elevation that it comes. I did a model which was a coastal elevation that actually had a wraparound balcony, but like if you want to have a apartment or a studio above the garage, that is something that you do have to pay more, but that is something you can do. Not in this specific floor plan, but they have the other 2 floor plan that you can easily do that. Let me go ahead and take you to your master bathroom. Now, I love that you have this nice 2 doors, because usually you have 1 door going in. So I kind of like that. Now, this is your frameless walk-in shower. Look at the size of that. The upgrade is in regards to the floor tiles that you see here, and also the tiles that go all the way up. Standard is going to be that you will have your tiles go maybe just another inch, no, I wouldn't say inch, maybe another 12 inches above, and that's pretty much it. This is something very easy, like it's not very expensive, so I would highly recommend that you do that. And then if you look at the fixture, these are gold fixture. That is something that you do have to pay extra. In terms of your flooring, you do have a choice of 17 by 17 tile. If you do not want the MVP flooring, you have the quartz right over here. This is a standard quartz with the builder, with your cabinet, which is upgraded, but you do have a choice of 6 different colors. And yes, white is included. White is, I guess, the time the time of the year, because everybody's opting for white. I'm not a huge fan of white because I have little kids and every little dirt will show. It looks very pretty, but I would rather have a color like this, which makes a lot of sense. Right across from it is your water closet, and it's kind of nice because it's nice and wide, and it had that privacy door, which is great, and it's an 8-foot door. And this is your master closet. Not a very huge closet, but still very comfortable. You can split that into hers and his, or his and his, and hers and hers. However that works at your household is how you can do that. But let me go ahead and show you how the house just completely opens up. The ceiling height for the first floor is 10 foot, which is a standard feature with this builder. Most of the time you will have a 8.8 or a 9.4, and look at this. Wow, look at this. You have the false ceiling with those extra lights, and you have so many windows. You have 2 big windows. You have your courtyard or your patio area, which is under roof, which has pavers. That is included. You have a choice of 6 different paver colors, which usually is not the case with most of the builders. I love that you have this nice sliding doors. But let me take you outside, and this is what I was talking about when I was telling you that structurally. So if you are going to have a summer kitchen, which highly recommended, I would tell you that just get it plumbed like this instead of having the builder do that, because it's going to cost you a lot more. But if you do something like this, this is something you can always build on later on. So this is what really, like, look at the size of this patio area. It's really nice. It's on a 40 by 120 lot. The lot price varies anywhere from 15,000 to about 25,000. And at the time of the shoot, they're giving you half off the lot price. So that is a great deal in terms of the lot price. And then the price differ because if it's a corner lot or if it's something with the water, then you do have to pay more. Now, this is the actual size of your island in the kitchen. And look at this. This is like really, really huge. And what I really love is that you have this nice white backsplash which goes all the way up. Now, in this house, it's a little bit upgraded because it goes all the way to the ceiling, but usually it will stop at the 42-inch cabinet. And one thing that is standard with the builder is this, which is something that my wife always checks and now I check, and it is a soft close. And you have your closet space right over here. Nothing extraordinary, it's just nice closet space or nice pantry space. And then right over here is your coffee station, whatever you want this to be, and your washer, dryer, refrigerator. This is the refrigerator place. You do not get that. So that is something that we can always negotiate. This is the way the kitchen will come. So you will have a chef's kitchen as you see here, and it is venting outside. Your vent for your range is actually going outside, which is great. This is something that I always talk about. And then this is your semi-private dining area with these nice windows bringing in a good amount of light, and that you also have the patio, which has a lot of windows to be able to look. But there's few things that I want to point out. This is your garage, and there are two things that I want to point out. Actually, a couple of things I want to point out. I want to point out that this is a block construction. You have your irrigation control inside. Some builders will have it outside, but with this specific builder, you have it inside. You have a ballad right over here, and that your water heater is kind of elevated instead of being on the floor. You have your attic entrance, your garage opener right over here, and your flooring is epoxy. This is a standard feature with the builder. This is something that they always give you. If you do want to know more specifics, you want to know the exact size and dimensions of the floor, please do let me know and I'll be happy to send you that information. Now, this is in a community that has the HOA, which is about $515. There's a lot of amenities. You have your gym, you have a lot of walking trails, you have a resort style pool. There is so many things, and the school could literally be walking distance or a short bike ride, and it is one of the top schools. If you want to know more about the area, make sure to check out Orlando Living with D. That is where I bring you community videos. We talk about all the developments, we talk about community schools, shopping, dining. So let's go upstairs and check the rest of this beautiful house out. So as I come upstairs, you can see this beautiful railings. This is something that you do have to pay extra. Now, if you don't have that, it's going to have a knee wall right over here, and then also a knee wall right over there. Now, for me, this is the beauty of the house. It kind of makes the whole house look open. Now, before I get to that point, I also want to show you this side, because you will have a banister all the way from down coming all the way up till here. Actually, up till this point is what the sales rep told me. And then this is going to be a knee wall. This is something that I would highly, highly suggest that if you are going to be building from scratch, spend the money over here, because in one of their models, they had this beautiful glass cabinets going all the way to the ceiling, and they look beautiful, don't get me wrong, but they're not practical. You know, you want to be able to spend the money in something like this that enhances the beauty, that you can get more mileage out of in the long run. I mean, like having the cabinets go all the way up with a nice, beautiful glass, it's all pretty, but how many times are you going to get on a ladder and get those pots and pans that you would barely ever use? So that's just my thoughts on it. You may or may not agree with it, but let me show you the best part of this house. And this is this. I just love this balcony. I mean, like, look at this. And where this specific lot is available, you have a nice little park. So if you have small kids, they could be playing right outside. You can keep a good eye on them. which is fantastic. What I also love is that this house has a lot of windows. Like if you look at this elevation right here, you have all these windows bringing in a good amount of light. And then you have the other secondary bedrooms on this floor. Now, this is a 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathroom, 2748 square foot. And it is in a community that has a CDD, which is about $1,800 a year. One thing that I do want to talk to you about is CDD, because a lot of people are like, oh my God, it has CDD. Well, at the end of the day, CDD is basically a tax that you have to pay for the infrastructure for that community. So that is a tax that they charge you, or the government charges you for your for your plumbing lines, for your sewer pipes, and all that stuff that goes before the land is developed. Some builders will pay for that up front, where you will find the base prices a little bit more higher, and some builders will not they will not pay for it, so your base prices are lower. So this is something that you have to pay as a consumer. So it may not necessarily be a good or a bad thing, it just needs to make sense in terms of what you can afford. So you have this nice bedroom. I would have loved to get more lights when a room is as big, but in this case with this builder, this is a standard. They do give you that extra light, which is great. If you haven't watched my video on the do's and don'ts of building a brand new home, please make sure to do that. You have the 8-foot door with the 9'4" ceiling height, which is a standard feature with this builder. On their inventory home, they have these blind switches included for this specific, I wouldn't want to say model, but on the inventory, this is what they are doing. So every builder is doing something different. Every builder is trying to, put their product a little bit different than other. Some things are standard with one builder, may not be standard with another. So just keep those things in mind. Like with this builder, you're going to have a regular 8-foot door, which is a standard feature. What is not standard is this barn door, which is something that you can actually do it yourself if you are somewhat handy. But this is something that they are giving you as an option that you could do if you're building from scratch. And then on an inventory home, it is what it is. So you have the double sink right there with the cots right here. And then you also have this private door that leads to your shower tub combination with the niche. And you do have an option if you're building from scratch to make this into a walk-in shower. So you have this right there. Now, this is a typical Jack and Jill, where basically one room leads to the other with the bathroom in between. So I have 2 small boys, so this would be a great house as they grow up. They can share a bathroom but have their own room with the bathroom in the middle. This is something that I've seen with other builders also. And it also has the barn door, which is option, and you have your closet space right over here, which is just your regular closet. There's nothing extraordinary about this. And then as I come out, you have another secondary bathroom with the shower tub combination and the truss. Now, these subway tiles kind of go all the way up, which is not a standard feature, because you will usually have your tiles up until this point maybe, and then anything above. Something that I would highly suggest that you get it done, because it doesn't cost you a lot of money, but it looks really nice. All your flooring is either going to be tile, all your wet flooring is either going to be tile or MVP. I am more in favor of tiles in the bathroom. I'm okay with the MVP outside, but in the bathroom, because tiles are a little bit more durable in terms of if you spill water and you don't get to it right away, whereas MVP flooring are water resistant. But if you leave it and completely forget, then you run into a chance of them getting kind of destroyed, because it will soak up that water. So it's resistant to a certain degree. Undermount sink with this beautiful gold faucet right over here is something that you have to pay extra. As I come outside, here's where you have the 3rd bedroom. I usually want to stand in the corner. I love that you have the 2 windows right here. Look how deep this room is, and hallelujah to those extra light, something that I highly recommend. You also have this 8-foot door leading to your closet space. Something that I will tell you with the closet space, like especially in your master bedroom, just go to like Closet by Design or maybe IKEA. And if you are somewhat handy, to kind of do that, because those wire racks are great, but the wife is going to get stuff and then pile it and then pile it and pile it and then get more stuff which she got before, and she will not remember that she got this. I don't know, I'm just saying from experience. So I think having those closets being made gives you more space to put your stuff and organize your stuff. Well, that is something, just I think from my own experience, we recently built a house and moved to a different part of town, and that is something that I still have to do on that house, but I actually did it in my previous house where we moved, and it makes so much difference, especially when you have kids. I hope my video brings in a lot of value for you. Now, if you are looking to make a move to this beautiful sunny Central Florida, Tampa Bay, or Ocala, please give us a call. Choosing the right agent is super important, so please make sure to check our reviews out. We are here to help. Now that I'm doing my song and dance on TikTok and Instagram, make sure to check us out. And if Spanish is your main language, we have Orlando Home Show in Espanol. Until the next video, thank you for watching, and bye for now.